Who am I playing as next, I wonder?
Uselessness.
Tails is great.
Yes, Tails.
Yeah, he's kind of... His whole story revolves around simpler versions of Sonic's levels from what I can see overall. And now here he is in the sky.
Everything's working great.
Is it?
All systems go full speed ahead.
I love how the plane's just like pure grey, no texture to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's because it's implied to be his prototype rather than anything else.
Oh yeah, that was it, yeah.
Oh crap.
Yeah, don't try and apply logic to a Sonic game.
Come on, I'll try to give them credit where they deserve credit, and this they've actually gave him a basic prototype, which makes sense. From all my knowledge of plane building.
The plane's going to be out of control, isn't it?
Yeah. Whee.
It's like a ragdoll or something.
Yeah, I think actually with that plane model, they haven't actually built an entire Tails model inside it. They've just kind of pasted his head on top of the plane, which it does the job.
Yeah.
And now we jump cut to just after Sonic's Emerald Coast playthrough in terms of the game story. I mean, yeah. What they've done with the story, which I actually think is quite clever in this game, is that each story, the cutscenes are shown as the character you're playing as remembers them. So like, that's why they're very slightly different. And what you see quite a bit is Tails looking a lot more brave and heroic from this interpretation than the Sonic interpretation.
I'm testing a new prototype power supply, and it's not fully compatible yet.
As we can see.
You can always borrow my plane, the Tornado, if you want.
Thanks, Sonic. But if I can make this work,
And I think after this game they completely forgot that the Tornado was actually Sonic's, because they kind of just leave it to Tails.
Yeah.
Chaos Emerald! No way!
That expression.
find one of the seven Chaos Emeralds. They have unlimited mystic powers. Now I want to harness that power to fly my plane.
So you've got this supernatural power source, and you want to power a plane with it. I wouldn't trust that, to be honest.
Use it to power vehicles.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's really putting such an object to good use.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you could build a massive cannon in the sky to, like, threaten Earth with, but no vehicles.
You have to wait until Unleashed for that, meh.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they did it even sooner than you thought. Yeah, Tails also goes by train because he couldn't just fly places.
And he flies pretty fast.
Yeah, there. Just head first into the train.
He's a lot stronger than you think, really. Yeah.
Well, no, the train's still on the rail. And
Fine, more durable.
yeah, and this is where we realise that you can actually skip through pretty much anything with Tails' flyability.
No.
Well. If it isn't Sonic and Tails.
And yes, Eggman did just acknowledge Tails, which he didn't in the Sonic's interpretation.
Alright. Didn't notice that.
Most people don't. I'm a nerd. Yeah, this is the only real problem that I have with some parts of Adventure, in that a lot of the time it takes a long time to get into the actual game when just watching cutscenes. Yeah.
Or else what, huh?
Because usually taking it from you by force is the easy way.
And
Big
it's
man's
this boss
logic.
battle again.
Yeah. And we're going to see quite a few repeated boss battles in Tails' story, which again is one of the other problems to having this multi-story approach to it, but considering none of the bosses are really that tedious, it's not a problem. And here we go then. Right, so unlike Sonic, we don't actually have rings to start off with because we haven't done a level yet. Yeah, we've spoken.
It's the same thing,
Yeah.
basically, isn't it? It's
Yeah, pretty much.
Sonic's.
You can tell we've gone
Sorry.
quiet already, haven't we? Yeah. But yeah, I don't really get Eggman's logic of like face ground to attack.
Yeah.
And we're
it's not-
supposed to believe that there's only two tails spinning around on tails.
Yeah. Motion effects, obviously. Oh, fail. Yeah. Something tails. He's got that tail spin attack, but if you've got any sort of movement to you, it doesn't go to that. It goes to your like spin thing. And yeah, come on. And he's down.
Yeah.
You're being pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Fly.
Well, there's not that much to say.
Fair point. Yeah. Yeah, and I got all the 3 rings there. So honestly, there's no real reason for collecting many rings in the bosses. But yeah. I can't remember whether I commented on him pumping his Eggmobile last time or not, so let me just leave that comment there.
That was just too easy.
That effect probably looked really cool in 1999. Yeah. Wait, you snagged it? What was it, a shadow Pokemon? Sorry. Come on, I'm pulling at straws here.
It's like stroking it.
It's just flying in front of his hand.
He's a magician.
Yeah,
Now look at it, it's floating. Ah, how did I do that?
Give up your evil genius ways and go into the world of magic.
Suddenly chaos has bones.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen that Sonic and Mega Man crossover they're doing in the Archie comics, but one of the previews has shown a Chaos Devil character, which seems to be a cross of Chaos and Yellow Devil from Mega Man 1.
Isn't he that massive yellow blob?
Yeah, that's the guy they're kind of doing the crossover with. It's actually one really irritating boss in the game, but as a character, I've seen the picture of Chaos Devil and it seems like quite a cool character design.
I think it's yellow. It's yellow.
No, it's not. It's the shape of the devil, but with like Chaos's liquidy sort of makeup to it. It's quite a cool character design. Well, I'm not much of a comic person. I do actually really want to see where they go with this crossover because it's like two universes that I think are really interesting. Yeah. And now we're actually going to go to a level once we've got this emblem. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they're like the same
I
thing.
never noticed that in my playthrough of that.
What, that? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
When I played this, I never noticed that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've got to a point where I've played this game so many times that I sort of know most of it inside out. But yeah,
It's a good game though.
it is
Really?
a really good game.
In this, Tails is the slightly more advanced version of Sonic.
But really, he always has been, hasn't he? Although Sonic's always been the main character who we see as taking the canonical side of the story, he's always been like Tails and Knuckles but without their powers. And anyway, Tails' flight ability completely kills this. It's
Yeah,
so
I know,
easy. Like, what is the point of a race when one guy can miss out most of the level?
Yeah, he could just fall through everything and then just
Yeah.
fly to save himself.
Yeah. You've even got these convenient green rings which thrust him forward a bit. Do I make it? Do I make it? Yes! Yeah, oh yeah, and this is the Dreamcast pop-up. Where
This is the Dreamcast. I thought it looked.
This is the Dreamcast pop-up where it can't handle having too many things on screen, so bits of the levels pop up in front of you.
Alright, okay.
Here and there. Which, it still happens to this day in games to an extent, but it's not as noticeable anymore.
Remind me, are you playing some Dreamcast again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I was going to say, it looks different from like the one I've got on Xbox.
yeah, they changed.
I kind of like it like this, to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah, I think visually, although like it seems much cleaner on the newer versions, I think they made a lot of the models too shiny and that kind of throws off the atmosphere of the game.
My god, Tails is broken as hell.
Yeah, just a tad. There's Sonic.
You get a C for that.
Yeah. Yeah.